So this is what it takes to drag me back out from the shadows. What a way to drag me back in, huh?
What the fuck?
What is up, YouTube? Yes, I'm back. It's me. It's the madness and the sadness that is Anarchy. And it's good to be back. At the same time, it's not so good to be back because unless you haven't read the description, guess what we're talking about today? So if you are illiterate, let me say it. We're talking about Donald Trump being our next president of the United States of America. Okay. Alright. Let's just get right down to it. This is a Psycho session, so I'm going to get a little crazy here. A little. But, let's just really think. Let's process this. Let's see what has happened to America while this has happened. I've seen an increase of millennials in college being little crybabies, little bitches, little sad fucks who just can't get over the fact that their candidate lost. They're crying, they're taking off days from class, they're taking off days from work. It's like, what? What? Really? This is how you react? I have every right to say, no, let me rephrase something. I will defend your right of free speech and free assembly to protest against the election of Trump. Even though I don't agree with it, it's still well within your right. See that? I'm agreeing and protecting your right to protest this. However, some of your actions do not make sense and is downright stupid. It's stupid. Hashtag not my president. In case you fuckers don't know, the other side of it, the Trump supporters or whatever, the racist, or it doesn't really matter. There were people who said for 8 years straight that Obama was not my president. So you essentially saying that Trump is not your president, you're no better than those people. You are no better than they are. You're no better. You're just as bad, if not worse, than they are. And let me tell you if you're worse. Because there have been videos all across America, one in particular, of 6 black assholes, yes, I'm being a little racist here, beating up a white guy who they assumed voted for Trump. Just because he used the First Amendment, the right to vote. No, excuse me, that's my fault. But he used his constitutional American right to vote for whoever it is he wanted to. And because of that, he's getting harassed. Not by some secret police or by some Gestapo. No, by the American citizens themselves. They're beating him up for that. Those people, those 6 people who beat up that guy, they deserve to get deported. They don't belong in America. They don't belong in America. That is fucking disgusting. Now, listen, I know that Trump being elected was a huge shocker. It's big shocker. I mean, you cannot deny that. But some of the ways that people have been reacting to it has been disgusting. But then again, this has been happening for hundreds of years now in America. This has happened with Ronald Reagan, with Bush, with Obama. This is nothing new. But to this level, it is a little absurd. It is a little ridiculous. It's pathetic. You know what happened to me when the very next day after Trump was elected president? I woke up. I went to college like I was supposed to. I went to work like I was supposed to. I saw all the same faces that were supposed to be in class or work. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. And if you want to see something that'll cheer you up or any of that stuff, I'll send a link. I'll put a link in the description of Bill Burr talking about Trump being elected. How nothing will change. Because when Obama was elected president, did he call you personally and said, "Oh, thank you for electing me president"? I didn't like Obama. I don't like Obama. Like, as a person, he seems like a nice guy, but as a president, I don't think he did a good job. He did not, in my personal opinion. Well, the way I see it, he did not do that good of a job. But I still said that he was my president. I did not deny the fact that he was the president of the United States of America. What he accomplished as the first black American president, that's amazing. But I didn't like him. Because I didn't think he was qualified for the job. But I still stated, at the end of every day, he's still my president. He still is right now until Trump becomes my president. Nothing is going to change for you people. You people need to get over it. It's done. If you wanted to fucking, have Clinton as president, then maybe you should have went out and voted more. Maybe you should have done that. Maybe that's the problem everybody had. Trump was completely underestimated. Everybody, like Bill Burr in the video in the description, you have to go see it. All the liberal news medias, because it is true, most of the media has been against him from day one, save for the few times that they weren't. Most of the media talked about how everybody agrees that Clinton is going to win. When really, it's just them in their little cabinets, in their little offices talking about, we all agree on this, right? Yeah, that Clinton's going to win. We don't have to ask anybody. It's just that it's over. It's over. Get over it. Trump is now the next president of the United States of America. Did you know that people wanted to threaten Obama with death? They had death threats to Obama. And now the same people who supported Obama are doing the exact same thing to Trump, giving out death threats or all kinds of other horrible shit. So really, none of you people are winners. None of you. You're all a bunch of sad, pathetic losers who are hypocrites. I am going to say this here and now. I am a millennial, and you know what? I'm wrong in some cases. I am wrong, without a doubt, in some cases towards some people. But the millennials I have seen who have had their classes canceled, who have had hot chocolate given out to them, who have had therapy dogs, are like, you need therapy? The fact that Trump is now president? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're not all there. You just can't handle the fact that you lost for once. Because we live in a generation, and if you know it's true. Anybody who went to J.P. Stevens or any other high school in the East Coast right now, if you ever failed in class or any of that shit, you still won something. You still went on. Nothing changed for you. So these millennials who are complaining about this just can't handle the fact that for the first time ever, they lost and they didn't get anything in return. They got nothing out of it. Well, guess what? In life, because I learned this the hard way. You're going to lose a lot and get absolutely nothing in return. That's how I dealt with life. And you, millennials who are complaining about this, who are skipping out on class, skipping out on work, you need to learn this a lot faster because it's not going to get any easier for you. And then I saw these posts that made sense to me. It said, wanting Trump to die or fail is like wanting the pilot of an airplane to crash. He is now the pilot. He is now the president of the United States. And if you want him to fail, then you're going to fail with him. Because this is America. We're all one people. People need to come together and just understand that we have our differences, we have our ideologies that are completely opposite one another, but in the end, we're all still Americans. We're all still a part of this country. We are all still just living in this great country. Because it is still wonderful, because of the fact that we have a privilege to go out in droves to vote for who we want to be the next president. Half the countries in the world, no, almost 2/3 of the other nations in the world, they do not have that privilege. They do not have that right, that magnificent right that we have exercised this past Tuesday. So people of America, please do not forget that. Do not forget that. And another thing is just that, let me continue on the fact that we have the right to vote. If you voted anywhere else in America, anywhere else in this country that was corrupt or any other shit, in like any Latino in South America or Russia or some other parts in Africa or any of that shit, if you voted against the primary guy who everybody knew was going to win, they would find you and they would pull you out of your house and shoot you dead or send you to a prison camp. That's what would happen. That has happened. Let me tell you a quick story. My family are Russian immigrants. We're Russian immigrants. I'm the first generation of an American citizen in my family. And my grandmother, who is 70 years old, she is 70. She has arthritis, she's been battling cancer, and she went out and she voted for Trump. That's how big it was. The fact that my grandmother, who had become an American citizen like a decade ago or so, of sorts, for the first time ever, in her 16 years being in this country, has voted for Trump. That just says something. So guys, I've really gone all over the place. Listen, there are some parts of my argument that you will not agree with. There are some parts of my argument that you think I'm wrong, and maybe I am wrong. But see, what I'm doing right now is I'm utilizing the First Amendment. I'm utilizing free speech right now. And that has not been taken away. It's the same thing when you all just went on Facebook and started crying and exploding with either sheer joy or sheer terror. Because you could. You could do that. You can do that. You still are able to do that. You're doing it right now. None of your civil rights or liberties have been taken away. Whenever I see first-generation citizens cry about, oh, I'm going to get deported. No, you're an American citizen. You were born here. You are instantly an American citizen. So Shut up! You have nothing to worry about. You're still going to stay here. God knows, I don't know what's going to happen to your parents unless they've become American citizens. Nothing's going to happen to you. Nothing will change. Nothing bad is going to happen unless it will. He hasn't even done anything yet. We have 4 years ahead of us of God knows what. But the most important thing is we should not worry about what the government does sometimes. Sure, to an extent, we have to keep ourselves educated, but unless they directly affect us, we're still going to go on living our lives like normal. Nothing is going to change for us because when I woke up, like I said, I checked my schedule. I said, oh, I got to get to college by 11. I have work at 2. I looked on Facebook. I saw everybody was complaining about some stupid shit like they always do every other fucking day of the week. And, yeah, that's it. That's it. We're still in America. We are still Americans. We are still exercising our right of free speech, assembly, vote, all that shit. That has not been taken away from us. There's been a lot of speculation that the moment Trump is elected president, that's it, it's the end of the Constitution. No! Because otherwise, it would have been gone by now. Otherwise, most of us would be either in a prison camp or we'd be dead. But no. We're still here. So to all you people who can't get over the fact that Trump is now president, well, continue being little pathetic losers, getting your therapy dogs, skipping out on classes, using it as an excuse to miss out on it, cry yourselves to sleep or whatever. I frankly don't care. Frankly, what I care about is what I do next. And that's hopefully get good grades in college, which I am trying, continue working my 2 jobs with my father and my other job, continue trying to figure out what I'm going to do in my life. Trump is not going to affect me directly. The government's not affecting me directly. Let me tell you what is affecting me directly. The people around me and the actions that I do, that I make. That's all. And that's all everybody needs to know. So guys, that's all there is. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and all that good shit. And to all you psychotics out there, to everybody, to all you Americans who support, don't support, doesn't fucking matter. You still be crazy as fuck, you nut jobs. See you guys. Peace out. Anarchy is back.